And welcome to the Inner Goddess Interviews. I'm Thurman, and I am chatting with women who are unleashing their inner goddess and following their passions. And I'm very excited today to have Karen Palmer with me from positivelypetsandkids.com. Hello, Karen. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Tell me what you do. Tell me about how you got involved with your pets, because I know that they've been such a huge part of your life.
Well, it's an interesting story, Lynn. I have been working with animals. Just to go into a little bit about what I do, I have a spiritual gift that I'm able to work with animals that have been abused. I am able to connect with them on a deeper level, a more spiritual level, because I am a survivor of domestic abuse myself. Many, many years ago, I suffered in silence, and I didn't really have a voice. I felt that I didn't have the strength to speak up for myself. And then I felt like as these years went on and I transformed myself and I did all the self-growth and I was able to connect with the magic within myself, I became a Kundalini yoga instructor and worked through a lot of my own limiting beliefs and just became a stronger and more powerful woman in this world. I knew that I always wanted to work with animals, but I had no idea how that was going to come about. But I trusted the universe was giving me messages and giving me signs and signals. And so I left my job and decided that I was going to work with animals, especially dogs. And I started with one dog, and that dog really changed my life because I learned how to use consciousness in dog training. I went to all the dog training classes and I did all the training that I had to do to become a dog trainer. But what I felt was missing was the spiritual link to how I could connect with this divine being, this animal that I felt was being brought to me spiritually for a lesson, a divine assignment, as you can say. And each time that I was able to work with a different animal, I would place my hand on their heart and I would start to work with their chakras. I became a Reiki Master also in the process of learning Kundalini yoga. All of these things kind of awakened in me, and I remembered that I had had these experiences in past lives and that I had been these people before. But in this life, I was ready to really embrace and own who I really am and express it in the world in a bigger way. And so when I would put my hand on the animals and their heart would open up, I would actually start to see visions of what they had been through so that they felt heard and validated. And I would actually connect with them on a deeper level. And within that first hour of connection, we would have this mutual trust and respect. And they would just, no matter how abused they were, they would come in trust, knowing that I was there to help. And I felt like there were times when, I would lose that little connection with source and I would get really wrapped up in the world and I would be busy and I would know that I was off kilter and I would notice how the animals didn't respond to me the same.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And so I started to do these practices where I would meditate before I would go and work with the animals. And I would do my own crystal cleansing and I would do my own work on myself. So what I do now is with the people who have the pets, the guardians that are the ones who are taking care of the pets, I don't like to use the word owners, I give these tips and tools to them. I basically work with the animals myself one-on-one so that I can get the clear communication going. And then I'm able to transfer the energy of my body and my energy into the person who is wanting to connect with their pet on a deeper level. It's powerful. I've watched it, witnessed it, and observed it, and I really am in awe of it myself. I don't really, it's beyond me. My mission is beyond me. It's bigger than me. I am the voice for the voiceless. I speak for women who have been abused. I speak for children who have been abused. I speak for the animals that have been abused. I've been nicknamed the Queen of Kindness, which I love. It's my favorite nickname. Because I really do, as much as possible, I try to spread kindness everywhere I go. And, we have this opportunity every day, every single day, to be what we think is missing in the world. And so for me, a big step in the right direction for me was realizing that I am kindness, personified and divinely guided through this physical form is kindness. And what a powerful and powerful and enlightening experience it has been since I've believed that, since I've let go of the belief that what the world needs is more kindness, and what the world needs is people to be more compassionate with each other. What the world needs is all of us to step up and be who we are, and really, really own the fact that we all want kindness. We all want happiness. We all have the same desires. And if we can start to really understand one another on a deeper level, that there is no separation. There is no separation at all. We all are in this together. This is a meaningful experience and a divine experience that we have created, co-created together with our thoughts. And now it's time that we start to create the world that we really, really want.
That is a really beautiful thing. I am kindness. Yeah, if everyone took that on board, the world would be, it would just be a really lovely place to be. Do you think that people need to start to work on themselves before they kind of be kind to other people? Do they need to,
love yourself first? Absolutely. It all starts within. It all starts with connecting with that amazing magical energy that is within us. And I believe that some of those extremely painful experiences that I had as a child, as a teenager, and in my 20s was to really push me in so that I would find that magic is inside of me, and nobody can take that away. They can do whatever they want on the outside, but they can't take that magic away. That magic and that spark was alive in me all along. Even when I was in my darkest days, I still had that spark inside. I still had that little tiny bit of hope that it could be better. And it was my grandmother who said to me, "You deserve a beautiful life." And something inside of me said, wow, I do deserve a beautiful life. And I went out and I started to learn everything I could learn about how do I create a beautiful life. I really read the Louise Hay's book, How to Heal Your Life. Totally changed my life.
That is a classic, isn't it?
Yes, because I realized that my patterns and my thoughts were creating my external experiences, and that I was attracting these types of people because of a belief that I thought my most dominant belief was, I deserve this crap. I deserve it. I thought I deserved it. And I just kept creating it. I kept bringing it to me. I kept bringing it to me. But you know what I'm creating now? I love what I'm creating now because I am a creator and a co-creator, and a powerful one at that. I can manifest anything that I put my mind to, and I believe that with all my heart and soul now. And I know that I've been able to do that. I have a beautiful 20-year, happily married to an amazing man who totally really, really worships and loves me and appreciates me. I have a beautiful 18-year-old daughter that I've broken the cycle of all of this abuse. I have a very successful business, a wonderful life that I've created, and I go out and I get to help people. So my dream and my birthday wish, which was December, my birthday was 2 days before Christmas, I made a wish that global kindness go viral. And I made a video, and I asked all the people in my networks to please share this video. And in the video, I asked that every person who saw the video just go out and do one thing that was kind. One thing in their area that they could do, and then come back and write it down, and so that we had it in the, so we could focus on it, so we could focus on kindness. Well, people contacted me from all over the world and said, I shared your video and I'm so excited about this. And, I help orphanages, and I go all over the Ukraine, and I do all these things in the UK, and I'm all over the world. People got back to me. So I realized, wow, I really am a powerful creator, So what I decided was 2015 is going to be the year that global kindness goes viral. In my heart, it already has. But I want to see it, and what I've been allowing my imagination to run wild with is just what you said. Do you believe that it has to start with you first, right? It has to start with you first. So what I have decided is kindness has to, if I want it to go global, right, and I want it to be viral, it needs to start in my own backyard. It needs to start with me being kind. So I go to the local senior center. I'm a singer, so I sing oldies like Doris Day, and we have a wonderful time. I bring the puppies to visit the seniors. I also am creating a beautiful TV show that's going to be an online TV show called Global Kindness TV. And I'm going to have that be where I am going to be teaming up with store owners in my area that will donate a prize. And we have people who come from all over the world that visit here. So it's a beautiful opportunity for me to show the prototype of what's possible for our world. Because all different races come here, all different skin colors, and we all walk together and we all get along beautifully. We actually have pictures with each other. People stop me on the street all the time because they think I'm Danish, and they ask, can I be in a picture with you? And it's absolutely, we live in the Danish American, it's like the Danish capital of the United States. It's called Solvang, and it's in the mountains above Santa Barbara. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to have a website where people can upload themselves doing acts of kindness. They can video themselves doing an act of kindness, and they can upload it to the Global Kindness website. They can either write a blog, or they can write an article about what they're doing, or they can, just sign it anonymously if they want to sign it anonymously. But what I want to do is just focus on the kindness, because where energy flows, focus goes, right?
Yep.
So if you keep sending out that energy of love and kindness, how can I be more kind? How can this day be a day where I am a contributor to more kindness? How can I, because we get all wrapped up in what's happening in the whole world, and like, how do I make a difference? What can I do? Well, look what one person has been able to accomplish since December. And that's not even a month ago that I set that intention. And then when I set the intention, I actually teamed up with Random Acts of Kindness, and they have 64 million people. If you go to their website, randomactsofkindness.org, you can find ways. They have every kind of way. If you say to yourself, I don't know how to be kind. I don't know what should I do. I don't know what can I do? You will find a million different things that you can do. And there are so many creative ways that we can be kind to each other. And that's what I think our world needs.
Where can people watch that video?
I'm going to I'll get the link to you.
Good. If people are listening on YouTube, though, I mean, not YouTube, on iTunes,
Yeah.
if you, can they follow it from your website? Is it on your
Yeah.
website as well? And that's www.positivelypetsandkids.com.
Yeah, I'll get it up there. I'll make sure that it's easy for them to find there. We'll do positivelypetsandkids.com/video.
Okay, that would be brilliant.
Yeah,
So
and that way they can hear it and see it, and I'll have it up so that, yeah. Like I said, this is a work in progress. Basically, I'm creating the website as we speak. I'm putting together the Global Kindness TV series, and hopefully, it'll be something that will spread. That's my hope and my intention of setting this goal. I really believe that our world is waking up. There's so many of us waking up, and so many of us really coming into knowing that there's something more for us. There's definitely a bigger reason that we're here together in this experience.
Karen, when you first realised that your thoughts kind of create your reality, how long did it take you to shift your life from where you were to like where you are now? Was it something that happened very quickly, or was it a slow progress?
I have to say it was a very slow process for me. In different ways, it was a slow process. There were different belief systems that had stronger hold on me. As soon as I read You Can Heal Your Life, actually, in the first month that I read You Can Heal Your Life, that's when I met my husband. That's when, in the first month after that, I started to work on the belief that I was lovable. That was my, that I could be lovable. That was, my belief was, who could love me,
So by changing your thoughts, within a month, something major happened to you. So you're living proof that if people change their thoughts, that, good things can happen in a very short time.
Absolutely. I believe everything can be changed. They've done scientific proof now that new neural pathways are opening up if we start to change our thoughts for 21 days. If we just begin to think a different thought, beliefs are just a thought you keep thinking. So the thing about beliefs are when we get really, really tight into that belief system, like, oh, that's how it is. That's just how it is. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. That's how it is. If we stay like this, tight like that, then no new energy can flow. But if we just open our mind just a little bit and we say, oh, wouldn't it be great if, I stopped saying what if, I started saying, wouldn't it be great if? And then I let my imagination run wild. This is something that I learned from Abraham. The law of attraction is the most powerful law there really is working in the universe. And in this exercise, they say, if you let a thought run for 17 seconds and you don't negate that thought, we get a divine idea that comes through to us, like this one that I have for the global kindness, right? Mm-hmm. So this idea comes through to us. Of course, it's not about me. This is definitely something that's bigger than me, but the idea is coming to me for me to accomplish it. It's an opportunity for me if I choose to accept it. So if I let that energy and that thought roll over to 34 seconds, another thought that's like it attracts to it. So then I start to feel like, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if Ellen got to see this? And wouldn't it be great if Oprah learned about it? Wouldn't it be wonderful if all these celebrities that live in my area got involved and started to come out and were giving away free gifts and just giving kindness and hugs and love? What if that happened? And then what happens is we roll it over to the 68 seconds, right? So we get it for 68 seconds. I put it on my phone. I put a timer on my phone, and I let it go for 68 seconds, because our imagination is our connection to the divine. So when we let our imagination run wild like that, and we get excited about something, we go, oh, and wouldn't it be great if, and wouldn't it be great if, and wouldn't it be great if, then we start to get the hows. The hows usually start to come in about 60, at that 68 second span. Then we start to think, oh yeah. So that's when you start taking your action steps. That's when you take your pen and paper and you say, okay, how do I co-create this with the universe? So what I did was I went out and I made an appointment with my nephew, who's a videographer. And I told him my idea, and I shared the idea. And do you know what? He loved it. He loved the idea. He thought it was a wonderful idea. He has an inspiration community also, and he thought this is a perfect way for him to do something with his talents and his gifts. So that's how it works. That's how simple it is. 68 seconds.
I know no one is too busy to sit down for 68 seconds and think about something and imagine. That's all it takes. You can do that on the bus.
Yeah, and if you do that, like I said, if you do that for every day for 21 days, you open a new neural pathway in your brain. So you're actually changing your brain. They've done science. It's neuroscience. We have neuroplasticity in our brain. So even if we are stuck, and we think that it can't be any other way, it doesn't matter how old we are, how young we are. This is possible for all of us.
Yeah, because they've done studies and they've proved that your brain doesn't deteriorate as you get older, so you can't even use age as an excuse.
No, you can't. It doesn't work. All those excuses, are just limiting us and holding us back from living our dream life. So why let anything hold us back? Especially what was so exciting to me was, honestly, when I realized that it was me who was holding me back. That's when everything just skyrocketed for me, because as soon as I realized that I had the potential to change the way the external was by connecting and empowering my internal, and connecting and being connected to my inner teacher and my intuition and following that, then everything just shifted, and I was like, wow. And people were just going, how is she doing all this? And oh, wow, she's doing what? She's published another book. She's got a what? She's doing a talk show. She's teaching yoga. Isn't she just a waitress? Wasn't she just a waitress? And now this is what I love about our life. We are the example, and we can be inspiration to ourselves and to anybody who feels. That's why I do my Living on Purpose TV show. And that's where people can go, and it's a free weekly show that's inspiration break. So they get a 20-minute inspiration break with very successful business people sharing their secrets and letting them know that they can live their life with more purpose and passion, and showing them exactly how they did it. And so why I wanted to create that show is because I remember what it felt like to not feel purposeful, and to just dread getting out of bed, and just not even feel one bit appreciated in the work that I was doing, and just feeling like I was literally existing, and that was it. Like, it was horrible. And so this is my way of giving back, because now I have learned all the secrets, and I have learned all the strategies, and I want to give everyone else a roadmap so that they can avoid the potholes.
Wow, that's fantastic. And how do you do it all, though? Where do you get all your time and energy from?
It's amazing. It's all inside. It's like, I teach the Kundalini yoga. We probably don't have time for that, but I teach, I do have free meditations on both of my websites. So if they go to itsalldivine.org, if they go to itsalldivine.org, they can get a free meditation that releases all limiting beliefs. And then if they go to positivelypetsandkids.com, they can get a meditation that they can do with their pet. And it's basically helping them to connect with their pet's chakras and their own chakras. And I will teach you exactly where they are and how to really connect to that. And I call it discovering the divine within yourself and your pet will help you to be the greatest possible person that you can be. Because when you tap into that divine essence, they don't have all the blocks we have. You know, they are pure love in essence. And so are we, but we just need help remembering that. And I believe nature, and I really believe nature and the animals are one of our greater teachers, you know, especially the animals that I've worked with. They have helped me to believe in myself so that I can do these kind of shows. I was terrified of doing shows like this, terrified. I remember my first one, my voice was shaking. I felt like I was going to throw up. I thought, you know, I can't, how can I be an authority on this? How can I talk about this? And the animals, when I connected with them and I was able to connect with them, they said, just know how powerful your voice really is. Just know people hear you and they remember the truth about themselves. You have that power. And I was amazed that it was like, me? I do? You know, but that's a belief that the ego tries to keep us trapped in that belief. Like, who are you to say you're going to be writing books? And who are you to be? You know, the ego doesn't want us to grow spiritually. It wants to keep us in the fear. Wants to live, if it can't live when we start to evolve. So ego wants us to stay in that mindset of, well, who are you to do that? And what makes you think you're smart enough to start a show? Or what makes you think that you could be a best-selling author? And, you know, those kind of things are what hold people back. And, you know, that inner critic, I had to make friends with my inner critic and turn her into my best friend so that when she started coming out, I would say to her, you know, because when I would start to try something new, my inner critic would start to say, oh gosh, why are we doing this? You know, this is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is, you know, we're stepping into, this is, what are you thinking? Why are you doing that? And I would just calmly go in and I'd get my hands on my heart and I would calmly quiet down and I would say, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And now we're going to step into a new adventure. And there's nothing to be afraid of because I gotcha. We're okay. And each time that I would do that, it would be like, oh, okay, we can do this. And you know, the fun part about that is when we start to really do that on a regular basis, you become fierce and fearless. And that's what life is really, what we are here to be. The true meaning, I believe, of life is to share what you learn and live and love and give what you have to give.
And everyone has their own story to tell, which then makes them their own authority. And exactly. Who are they not to share it? We need more people to share stories.
Exactly. And if they don't share it, think about who might be listening to this that might just resonate with what I just said and go, okay, that's it. That was just the confirmation that I needed to hear. I know that source and I know that the universe is talking to me through Karen right now. And that's how it works, you know? And that's the thing. We are the amazing keepers of the magic, you know? This is a powerful, powerful time for us. And all of us, just like you said, Lynn, we all have a story. And our stories have come to us and come through us in this experience so that we can be stronger, so that we can be more empathetic to others who are going through these experiences. When I sit down and I look at a woman who's been abused, and 1 in 3 of us have, so
that is a huge number.
Yeah. And when I sit down and I hold hands with a woman or a teenager or even a child that's been abused, there is a deep connection that I feel nobody can understand or know the way that I know it. And that's why I say every single person is a gift, because every chance that we have to reach out to one another is another opportunity for a divine assignment. It's up to us. It's up to us if we accept it.
So true. So true. Well, it has been fantastic talking to you. I'm going to wrap up now. Tell everyone where they can find you. And
okay. Well, I think the best way that they can find me is if they go to positivelypetsandkids.com. I've published 2 books, so you can see those. You can also see, I'll make sure that I get up all the stuff for the video too, for the global kindness. And I'd love for them to join in the global kindness revolution here, because we need this revolution of kindness. We need a revolution of our hearts to gather. And I'm excited that that we are in a place right now where more and more people are ready to embrace their gifts. And I have several programs that help people to do that. One that I'm offering right now is Ready to be Seen and Heard in 2015. And that is, I'm going to teach you how to use all the technologies to create your own talk show, to create your own following, your own tribe, to really bring together communities that are in the same heart space that you're in. Because we all need to gather together in this year. It's so important that we keep focusing on how we can help each other. And that's what it's all about. And then I also have itsalldivine.org. And if you go to that website, you'll learn about, I'm a nonprofit business leader, and I have, my business is dedicated to bringing environmental education, animal advocacy, kindness and compassion to public schools as part of a curriculum. So if that's something that reaches into your heart and you want to join in that in that beautiful revolution, we also have the Puppy Love Revolution, which is on Facebook. If you go to facebook.com, Puppy Love Revolution, we are creating a no-kill nation for shelter animals. And I do that. I'm also, like I said, a singer, so I'll put together those videos, and you can watch the music videos. And I help raise money for animal rescue by using my voice.
And that's all.
Uh-huh.
You're amazing, Karen.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule today to talk with me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Well, you are a true blessing, Lynn, and thank you for sharing your gifts. And I'll be so excited to help promote your book when it comes out, and I'd love to, I'll be very excited to read it and live it. And that's what it is about reading a book. Once you read a book, you have the opportunity to live it. It's up to you, though, what you do with it once you read it. You know, people say that all the time. Oh, I read that book. Oh, no, I already know that. But are you living it? Are you applying it? Are you, using it in your day-to-day life? That's what's important. So use it in your day-to-day life, and I can't wait to see it and hear it and read it. So let's totally get that going. I'd love to have you on my show too.
I look forward to that. So
yeah.
thank you again, Karen, and thank you everybody for listening to the Inner Goddess interviews, and I'll post Karen's link. So look out for those, and thank you. Bye bye. Until next time.